So not one, not two, but 3 book hauls, because we're in London today with 2 of my favourite Norwegian booktubers. This is Elisabeth of Bookish North and Silje of Silje.
Hi.
Welcome to my city, guys. Who wants to go first? Talk about the books we hauled.
We go around the table.
What, one at a time we could do? I think that'll take forever. I think it's better if we just plough through it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can start, Elisabeth.
So the first thing I bought was To Be a Machine by Marco Polo.
Which I happen to be reading even as we speak.
Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be good. It's about artificial intelligence, and I'm all for reading about that.
And it's also about transhumanism, sort of downloading human brains to machines and computers.
Yeah,
and stuff.
so yeah, it sounds very fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but it's not.
It's science fact,
It's
or
science fact,
theory anyway, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. Then I bought something I have absolutely no idea about. It's called Insomniac City by Bill Hayes. It's about New York and about Oliver Sacks, which he was. They were boyfriends in the late part of their lives, from what I gather. It seems to be like pictures and vignettes and lots of little pieces, and it looked interesting. And the guy in the bookshop said I made a good choice. So
which book? Oh, we ought to say we went to 5 second-hand bookshops.
Yeah.
And we went to Gaze the Word.
This was from Gaze the Word.
Right, and we went to Foyles.
Yeah. This was from Welcome Collection in the bookshop.
Oh yes, yes, we went to the Welcome Institute bookshop as well.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got next?
Next we got Birth of a Dreamweaver by this guy. I'm not sure I'm going to try to pronounce his name. Ngugiwa Theong.
Oh, I've read one book by him.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I've read several. This is the 3rd book, I think, in his series of memoirs. I read the first. I haven't read the second, but I saw this, so I grabbed it, and I'm going to find the second one at a later time. I read Wizard of the Crow by him. That was brilliant. I really liked that. And this was from Judd Books, as was this. Manual of Painting and Calligraphy by Jose Saramago. I've read one book by him before, which I really liked. I wanted to read more. Apparently this is his first book.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
It's a novel, is it?
It's a novel.
Okay.
So I wanted to try that. Then I got a book I've been meaning to read for years, Hannah Arendt and Eichmann in Jerusalem, which is all about the process after the Second World War, about Nazis and stuff.
Is that where she talks about the banality of evil?
Yeah, banality of evil. So I think this is going to be a hard read, but
she's quite theoretical. She's quite sort of an ideas person. So.
But also a bit hard because of the
subject matter.
The subject is not light. Then I'm going to take these 2 together. These I bought at Scoob. Fire from Heaven and Funeral Games by Mary Renault. These are books 1 and 3 in a trilogy about Alexander the Great. They're novels.
Is she French, the writer?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. I just really like reading about Alexander the Great. So.
Tutored by Aristotle, of course.
Yes, of course. And Burning Down Persepolis. Then we have this one, which you know more about than me.
Yes, I'm responsible for putting that in Elizabeth's hand and saying, I think you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, he said it's a good one, and that the author is Canadian, and I bought it.
I think from memory it also has a Holocaust theme.
Yeah, but I'm quite looking forward to reading a book that I know nothing about going into it, because that's quite a different reading experience these days, because most of the stuff I read I picked up because I know a lot of things about them. So it's fun going into stuff without any.
And you can hold me responsibility if you don't enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you angry letters.
Yes. Oh look, here's angry letter number 2 potentially.
This is Ice by Anna Cavan. This one I have heard about before, and I've almost picked it up many times. This time you put it in my hand and said I would like it. So this time
It's science fiction, bit dystopia of a frozen world, and it's just brilliantly written. She's a very, very good, what she was, a very, very good writer, Anna Kelly.
So look forward to that. Probably going to read this pretty soon.
Yeah, because it's a short novella.
Then I have 2 books I picked up in the language section at Foyles. Every word is a bird we teach to sing. It's an essay collection about various topics woven in language by Daniel Tammet, who is, I think he's a polyglot. I'm not quite sure. I also think he might be autistic or slightly. I know he's very into numbers and stuff.
Okay.
And he's got synesthesia. I think this is going to be interesting. And then we have Umberto Eco and Mouse or Rat, which is a book about. These are essays about translations, and I think they are filled with examples of his own translations, which sounded interesting to me because I think lots of examples are fun because you can see what he's talking about, not just the theoretical part of it, the practical as well. Then we have another book that Silje put in my hands. She said, "This is a book for you," and I had to agree with her. It's by Laura Figo, called Free Women, and it's her reading The Golden Notebook by Doris Lessig and relating it to her own life. And as The Golden Notebook is my favorite book, I think
It makes sense, yeah.
get a lot out of this.
I suspect her name's pronounced Feigl. It seems a Jewish name to me.
Maybe. I read the first few pages and I thought, yes, that's right, Silje, I'm gonna like that one.
Have you read it, Silje?
No, she just knows me. So.
Yeah.
And then I got at you The Horse, the Wheel and Language, which is a very comprehensive book about historical linguistics. And it's by David Anthony, and I've been meaning to read this for a long time, and when I saw it for half the price of a new version, I knew today was the day, which I've kind of regretted because it's a chunker and it's been heavy to haul around for the rest of the day, but I would have regretted it more if I didn't buy it. And the last one is Unlucky, The Raven Tower, which I think was published like yesterday or something, but this is a proof copy.
So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's paperback, and I really prefer reading in paperback. I have loved Unlucky's previous books, which has been science fiction. This is the first of a fantasy series, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how she deals with that genre.
Great, thank you.
So that was my haul.
It's just worth saying that this is one day's haul, that back in your hotel you have how many other purchases?
16, I think.
Okay, so we're talking 30 books to haul back home.
30 books in my suitcase.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to need it.
So, on to Silje.
Yes,
Silje, will you take us through your books, please?
I can. The first book is Quiet Girl in a Noisy World by Debbie Todd. This is a comic, and it's basically the title of my life, so I had to have it. The other one is Nadja by André Breton. This is a French surreal novel.
Oh, the novel is a surrealist novel, is it? Okay.
I think it's the essential surrealist romance.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about it.
I'd be interested to know what you make of that then, if that's a surrealist novel.
Yeah. And then Laughed in the Dark by Vladimir Nabokov.
Okay.
I read Lolita and really enjoyed his writing, and I need to read more.
Can I suggest that if you enjoy that, I mean I don't know that book at all, but the next I read Lolita as my first Nabokov, and then last year I read Pale Fire, which is a very subversively brilliant book.
And
So
of course I already own it, so
Yeah.
I need to read it. And then I have this one, it's People in the Room by Nora Lam or something. It's Argentinian.
okay.
And I don't know anything about it, but it's kind of, yeah.
I think that's one of the rare books that none of the three of us know anything about.
Yeah.
So
And it's blurred by Samantha Schweber. Yeah, I'm curious. And then we have a book that I have thought about many times. It's Audition by Ryo Murakami, The see the horror movie, and it scares me every time I watch the trailer.
So is this a new film? Has it just come out?
It's in the early 2000s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've seen the trailer, but you've not seen the movie, is that right? Oh, okay.
Really scary.
And this is the book it was based on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like psycho thriller, and David Lynch is mentioned like a David Lynch nightmare.
And is she a Japanese author, presumably?
Yeah, he's...
Oh, it's a he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, then I have a cover ball. It's Save Me the Walls by Zelda Fitzgerald, and it's a novel by Zelda. Then we have a book that doesn't count because I already own it and I have read it, and it's A Blindfold by Silje and Elisabeth. This is my favorite by her.
So wait a minute, you already own it?
Yeah,
so this is a different edition?
Yeah.
Ah, you've got it in the
only
Norwegian? Okay.
So it doesn't count.
So you're going to read it in English as well then? Okay.
And then I have selected Expletives Deleted. It's,
By Angela Carter,
and
yeah.
I really enjoy her writing, so I look forward to it.
It's supposed to be very, I've not read it, but it's supposed to be very, very good.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of essays of her writings. Then I have Italo Calvino's Invisible Cities.
Brilliant, a tremendous book.
So I look forward to reading this.
It stretches the imagination because it is what it says. He creates these cities that don't exist through his powers of description. It's fabulous.
Then I have another book that he recommended.
Did I?
Put in my hand.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The New York.
And
the New
as
York
I really
Trilogy.
like his wife, I would try to read Paul Auster as well. So.
I said it before, I think in the bookshop when we were talking about it, that he's a writer who, this was his debut novel, and I feel for him it's the best work that he produced. It's all downhill for him after that. It's been really difficult to cope with, but it's a wonderful book.
Yeah, look forward to read it. And then I have another book that I don't know anything about. It's Murmur by Real Eves.
Which we talked about over dinner, that he's been nominated for a couple of prizes, the Republic of Consciousness and the Goldsmith, and has quite a lot of flash fiction structure. He uses lots of very short, I don't know if they're stories because I haven't read it, but so I'd be interested to know how you get on with that.
Yeah, I look forward to read it. It's nominated to the Welcome Prize.
Oh, so a third prize then, okay.
And then we have In a Country of Mothers by A.M. Holmes.
Yeah.
And the reason why I picked this is because I really like to read about difficult mother-daughter relationships.
Ah, okay.
And this is one of them.
Now A.M. Holmes was adopted in real life, and her real life mother went searching for her and found her.
Okay.
Her mother was having an affair with a married man, and when the mother got pregnant with A.M. Holmes, the man ditched her, basically. So she gave, or no, maybe they stayed together, but she had to give the baby away. So yeah, interesting to know how that shakes out.
Yeah. And it says she has the ability to scare you half to death.
She's a tremendous writer.
So I like to be scared half to death.
Just half to death.
Yeah. And then we have Educated by Tara Westover, which is also nominated to the
very Booktubers book that.
Yeah, and it's about cults. So.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
It's about cults and education. So.
We all say that Silje reads anything about cults.
Yes, I do.
A big fan of cults. Okay.
And that's everything.
Thank you very much. So who wants to hold a camera?
Okay. You're the best cinematographer.
Okay, so I'm starting with Dave Eggers, The Monk of Mocha, I think it's pronounced. So I read one Dave Eggers book a year, and I'd already bought mine for this year, and then I saw this had just been published. So I haven't read the other Eggers books, so I might end up reading this one this year rather than that.
I've only read The Circle by him.
Did you enjoy The Circle?
Yeah,
it's a very good book. He
should read more.
His early works are a bit self-indulgent, but from The Circle onwards, I feel he's got stronger and stronger. So, Clarice Lispector, I'm now determined to read every single book by her after Silje and I did a buddy read, was it last week?
Yeah.
Last week of The Passion According to G.H. This is called A Breath of Life, and it's the last book she wrote. Yeah, it's Clarice Lispector. I can't say anything else really. This one is Such Small Hands by Andres Barber. Now, there's been a bit of booktube talk about this. It's set in a children's home. I don't know which country she's from. Translated from... No, I don't know, but I mean, people talking about this have made it sound very interesting. So it's a very short book as well. About 100 pages. So if I wasn't doing March Madness, I'd probably read that quickly. Sorry, not March Madness, that's a sports thing. March of the Mammoths. Next one, Christopher Priest, The Glamour. Now, Christopher Priest is a writer I've read a couple of books really liked. You've probably heard of The Prestige, which he wrote. Got turned into that movie. So sort of gradually I aim to read everything he writes. So this will be my third Christopher Priest book. Less by Andrew Sean Greer, which I bought at Gauge the Word, along with a poster. Just everyone talks really warmly about this, how funny it is. You know, it's not, from what I can tell, it's not going to sort of blow your mind ideas-wise. It's just a very engaging, funny read.
I'm curious about that one.
Okay.
I look forward to hearing what you think.
Yes, this is my complete punt. I've never heard of the book, I've never heard of the author. Flesh Guitar by Jeff Nicholson. I'm just going to read to you what sold it to me. Where can we go? So it's a female guitarist. Her audience, male, drunk, aggressive, misogynistic, adolescent in mind if not in age, will take a lot of impressing. But the object she brings from her guitar case is like no guitar they've ever seen. Part deadly weapon, part creature from some alien lagoon. Is that hair? Are those nipples? Is it flesh? And the sound. She scarcely seems to be playing at all, yet the music gets ever more complex, ever darker, ever louder. Before long it seems to be the sound of planets melting, of death factories imploding, of mythical beasts being slaughtered. And does that guitar breathe? Do its pickups bleed? Where does Jenny Slade come from? Hey, you know, who wouldn't buy on the basic basis of that blurb? So it's going to be either completely brilliant or terrible. But, you know. So this is Death of the Penguin by Andrei Kirchhoff, which I got from Scoot. No, not Scoot. What's the first one we went to? Judd Books. I like the title. I'd vaguely heard of it but couldn't place it, so I checked in with Elisabeth, and she told me a friend of hers is a big fan
of the Russian surrealist humour, and she loves it.
And that sold it to me. So one of the books I put in your hand, you didn't put it in my hand, but you did curl my fingers around it. So I don't feel quite so guilty. Yes, Dubravka Ugresic, one of my favourite authors. She writes a lot of non-fiction, but this is fiction in the jaws of life. I've read her wonderful The Museum of Unconditional Surrender, and what was the other one called? I don't know. Anyway, she's a refugee from the Yugoslavian Civil War, a fantastic writer. So I bought this at the Wellcome Institute bookshop. This is called Modern Death, How Medicine Changed the End of Life, by Haidar Warraik, and it's not only about sort of death, it's about how we now share death online, social media and stuff, which is meat and drink. That's exactly in my wheelhouse. Penultimate, Tibor Fischer, Good to Be God, which I think was his debut novel. I read his latest one this year, which just came out, and was really disappointed with it, so I'm going back to when he was funny.
I was going to say I have heard of him, but I realised it's because of you, because you talked about him.
Well, you know, I've read 3 of his books, loved them, then I read the one that just came out, hated it. So I hope this gets me back on the Tibor Fischer train, because he's a very funny writer. And finally, not a purchase, but a haul, because Silje and Elisabeth very kindly gave me this gift. This is The Bird Tribunal by what she said, who is a Norwegian prize winner. Do you want to talk briefly about the prize that she won?
Yeah, she won the very first Norwegian Book Blogger Award that is handed out by Norwegian book bloggers.
And who runs that prize?
Both me and Silje are involved in organising that prize, and we have an award ceremony every year where we interview the authors and hand out the prize. And so Agnes Ravatn was actually the first author that Silje interviewed on stage. She's very nice. She usually writes very funny books, but that one is definitely not a funny book. That's more psychological, what do you call it?
Thriller.
Yeah, thriller, but not really.
I'm not sure.
Drama. It's
Yes,
very claustrophobic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the chamber play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it, and you know, I learned today that these two wonderful women run a literary prize, which I never knew. Guys, thank you for coming to London.
Thank you for meeting us.
That was a pleasure. Thank you we had a tremendous day. I think about 10 hours in all
Yeah.
with the museum, or with the Wellcome Institute, and then pounding the pavements between bookshops.
Lots of walking.
Lots of walking, and we're very tired and footsore, but this is why we do it.
This is why. So now we just have to read this.
And we'll get back to you on all of these, but probably not.
Sometime in the next decade or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.